Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Captain Jim Palmer, the Dream Business Coach. I'm the founder of the Dream Business Mastermind and Coaching Program, creator of Dream Business Academy, and host of Dream Business Radio. Are you seeing the theme here? Dream Business. Welcome to week, let's see, what is this? Week 5 of my Dream Business Summer of Success series throughout this summer. On Tuesday afternoon, I'm joining you for a special series of live trainings, all designed to help you grow your dream business so you too can live your dream lifestyle. Today, coming right up after I just finished my Dream Business Group Mastermind call for the month of August. So that was good. We had 4 amazing profit seats, which were, completely stellar. So cool. Anyway, on week 1 of the series, in case you missed it, you can go back and see them. I guess you can click the video tab on my profile page, or if you're a member of the Build Your Dream Business Now Facebook group, you can see them there also. But on week 1, I don't want to spill my water. Let's go there. On week 1, we talked about money mindset. In week 2, perfectionism and overcoming the fear of criticism. We talked about price elasticity, how to earn higher profits in your business. Week 4, last week, we talked about shiny object syndrome. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite strategies for closing more sales, and that is risk reversal. I think of all the trainings, they're all good. This is going to be really fun because you're going to go, oh my gosh, I wonder why I didn't think of that. These are all content rich, 100% based in fact, personal experience of my 20 years as an entrepreneur, certainly my 11 years coaching literally hundreds of entrepreneurs to higher levels of success. There's no ridiculous pie in the sky. Sit under a tree and vibrate your way to success. You and I both know that would be fun, but it's a complete waste of time. If you enjoy this kind of information, you can also download all of my 6 Dream Business books. You can get them as Kindle for free at Amazon. You can go to Barnes & Noble if you're into the Nook books, or in the iBook store on Apple. To date, and this is an old number now, it's about 2 weeks old, so I don't know, but over 20,000 of my books, I think there's one of them there, over 20,000 books have been downloaded on Amazon alone, which is really cool. So anyway, I think what am I going to do? Yeah, I think we're going to go right into the training today. I was going to remind you about, a couple different opportunities. So anyway, download the books, but also there's a program, which is, I'm going to call it's kind of like a Dream Business Accelerator. Instead of, you obviously have the option to apply to become a part of the mastermind, or if you want to compress your training into maybe 3 months or so, reach out to me. I have a program for that. Anyway, let's talk about how to close more sales, because I have a busy afternoon. How to close more sales using the strategy known as risk reversal. Again, this profit boosting strategy is one of my favorites because actually it's pretty darn easy to implement. You do have to be creative, but it works like crazy. If I was to ask a room full of small business owners, why don't you think more of your customers or prospects, why don't more of them say yes? The number one answer I think most people would give is, oh, it's because of price. And you know what? I truly believe in my heart that the vast majority would be dead wrong. For the past, dozen years or so, as I say, I've coached a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners. And when our discussion turns to reasons for more people not buying, invariably it is because my customers don't say yes because of price. And the reality is, and here's a little bit of truth telling here. The reality is more of your customers and prospects don't say yes because of skepticism, lack of trust, or lack of perceived value, because especially in the case of the lack of perceived value, you went too fast on the sales cycle. You went too fast on this. In other words, hey, I'm Jim. You want to join my high price coaching program? You have to slow down the sale, right? Hello there, Nelson, buddy. One of my early mentors, the late, great Zig Ziglar, used to emphasize over and over again that one of the 5 obstacles to closing a sale is no trust has been established. Think about when you purchase anything, purchase, invest, buy, whatever language you're comfortable with, you do that. You do so after you've had your questions answered. You're excited about a program, you got your question answers, internally you've processed the what if factor. It's rarely about price, right? Because you can justify anything. If you don't believe that you can justify any purchase, explain big boats and private airplanes, right? Anyway, if you establish enough trust, you can overcome any price objection. The reason I think more of your customers and prospects don't buy from you is that you haven't done enough to build trust with your customers and prospects for your products or services. Now, for generations, most businesses would typically offer it as a way to satisfy the what if factor, like what if things go wrong. A lot of companies would offer a very generic 30-day money back guarantee, 30-day guarantee, some variation of that. I'm here to tell you that's not going to cut it anymore. That is just like, so I don't know, 1920s maybe, I don't know, but 30-day guarantee just isn't enough. Look, we've all heard of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and usually at the worst possible moment. Well, there's another variation of that says this product will cease to work exactly 1 day after the 30-day guarantee expires. Enough of us as consumers have experienced that, right? And so, we kind of take the 30-day guarantee with a grain of salt. And I think as entrepreneurs and skeptical consumers, we have to do better than that. It's really what this whole thing is about, reversing the risk. By the way, your customers are no different. When you're trying to close the sale, they are wondering, well, what if this doesn't work? What if it fails? What if this company's not around to service me? What if I don't get the result I was expecting? I call this the what if factor. We ask all these what if questions. Your customers or prospects, they might be on the fence about buying from you. And heck, they may really, really, really want to buy from you. But if you haven't done a good enough job building enough trust to overcome the what if factor, or you could even call it a syndrome, you're going to be leaving many prospects at the altar, so to speak. So your prospects, again, they're going to be thinking to themselves, yeah, I kind of like that. It sounds good. It sounds like it might solve my problem, and I even think the price is kind of fair. Maybe it's a little more than I want, but what if it doesn't work? Man, if you cannot solve that, you're going to not close as many sales. So the simple yet elegantly way of closing more sales is to do away with the what if factor. Well, how do you do that, Jim? Well, it's easy. All you have to do is reverse the risk. And what I mean by that, risk reversal means that you, the business owner, assume the risk that's associated with your customers investing or buying a product from you. If you remove the risk, then you eliminate the what if factor. See how elegant that is? Remove the risk from what you're going to sell, and more of your customers will say yes, because again, there's no reason not to. If they're on the fence and you have nothing to lose, they're going to buy, right? So let's be clear. Square one is that you must offer a high quality product or service. That's a given. I'm not talking about how to overcome objections because you got a piece of crap. We're not talking about that. You got a high level brand, a good product, a good service. You're upstanding, moral, ethical. You're all of those things. So what you have to do is overcome the no, like, and trust factor, but you have to overcome the what if factor, because that's why customers are hesitant to buy. One of the greatest, I don't know if they invented it. I'm going to say they did because it's my program right now. I'm going to say there's a little company, I think they're in Maine, called LL Bean, right? I think LL Bean is such an amazing company on so many levels. By the way, if you ever go to Maine, go in their store. It's like breathtakingly cool. So the LL Bean approach to risk reversal is how they stand up for their customers. And by the way, LL Bean started, I believe, with those rubber boots or hiking boots, some variation of boots. I know it's a shoe item. And the LL Bean guarantee was this: being brand new, they said, listen, and this is their wording, our products are guaranteed to give 100% satisfaction in every way. Return anything purchased from us at any time if it proves otherwise. We do not want you to have anything from LL Bean that is not 100% satisfactory. That's their guarantee. Look at that. Listen, there's no wiggle room or ambivalence about it. There's no 30 days, or if you use it for 5 years, if you use it for 10 years, if you use it in, waist deep, there's none of that. If you're ever unhappy with it, bring it back. You get your money back, period. There's a famous story. I remember, I read tons of books on marketing and stuff. There's a famous story that a woman returned a pair of boots after 15 years of use and the sole had worn out. The sole had worn out on a pair of boots that she used for 15 years. And she said she thought they should have lasted longer. She got a new pair of boots. No questions asked. That is a rock solid stand behind your product guarantee, right? So we want to come up with something equivalent to that in your business. A super strong guarantee shows that you are supremely confident in your belief that your products and services do what they say they're going to do or fix or make better whatever it is you do. So if that's true and you are supremely confident, then give an ironclad guarantee. And that's what you want to create. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain by closing more sales. So your ironclad risk reversal guarantee is just what your customers need to increase the trust level, to eliminate the what if factor so they say yes and more people will buy from you. A couple things. This could actually be like a 2 or 3 hour lesson. I'm going to go over some of the finer points. Your super strong guarantee needs to do a few things to really make it work. First, it has to have a specific name. And if possible, the name of your guarantee should be associated with the benefit of the product or service that you're offering, and to the degree that which you can back it up. Second, it can have its own logo. And if you don't want to have a logo for the guarantee, but it's kind of cool if it does, because it gives it a life of its own beyond just your company name. But if you don't want to do a logo, do something other than just text on a website. Do something like a seal, like Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. Remember that? The Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, that seal and the guarantee behind it has been around for generations, over 100 years actually. And that has closed more people because they say, oh, it's got the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval. Well, who the hell is that? I don't know. But if it's got the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, it must be good. You can trust it. So you could come up with your own seal of approval. You could come up with like a certificate. I think that's what I did with No Hassle Newsletter. So I'll give you a couple ideas of things that I've done. So I know some coaches and some others who do live events, right? Like I used to do Dream Business Academy. Well, I say I used to. I haven't done it in a couple of years now. But what I've learned, and I saw somebody do this in the business, so I kind of hijacked it a little bit, or borrowed it and actually tweaked it. But basically, the guarantee for live event, because some people, like my events were actually 3 days. So if somebody's going to invest in a 3-day event, not only just the ticket price, but the travel, the hotel, some meal. I mean, there's a whole thing going that they're going to invest. If they're going to invest that amount of time, they're probably playing the what if factor to the nth degree. So the approach that I use is, if by lunch on the first day or the end of the first day, if you have not received all the value you came for, you'll get your money back. Right? I know some people actually say, I'll give you your money back and $500 toward travel. I never really did that. I didn't feel the need to do that because my events usually sold out. But I said, if you can come, and if at the end of the first day you feel this isn't for you, you can leave and I'll refund your ticket price. And that was a great way to remove some of the what if factor. There's a good strategy behind that. Obviously, you want your first day to go really, really well. It's not that you do one good day and crappy second and third day, but you want to really deliver a lot of front load the value. That's a good way to make that work. With my flagship program, No Hassle Newsletters, I offer what's called my ironclad no hassle guarantee. So I play along the no hassle part of it. Ironclad no hassle guarantee. And so that guarantee, which is on my website, and I believe it's framed to look like a certificate. If you're ever unhappy with my No Hassle Newsletter program for any reason and you want to stop the service, no problem. You simply email me. I will politely and immediately refund your last monthly charge and remove you from the system, never to be billed again. No questions asked. I either deliver top quality content that your customers will love to read and will add tremendous value to your business, or you can leave. That's my guarantee. You might say it's a little wordy. I spell it out. By the way, your guarantee, just like any good marketing, it needs to be as long as it needs to be and not any longer, but you can't shorten it until you get the message done. So I kind of wrote out what I would say to somebody, and I just made that my no hassle ironclad guarantee. By the way, did that remove the risk? It did a pretty good job. I've been talking all day today and I'm not done. It did a pretty good job. I've had over 1,200 small business owners in 9 countries as members of No Hassle Newsletter. So a lot of people use it. My average client stayed for 36 months. They stay for, if somebody joined today, on average, they're going to stay for 3 years. So you can do the math. Now, I sell info products. I sell home study courses at my website. One of the earlier programs I came up with was called Double My Retention. And I did a home study course on how I got my average no hassle newsletter to customer to stay twice as long. Now, originally, when I started the program, just a little backstory, people were staying 6 months. I said, 6 months, why aren't they staying longer? I found out why through some surveys, called some people, asked them when they were quitting, and I fixed those. In other words, I plugged the holes in my leaky bucket. Then they ended up staying over about the next 6 to 8 months. My average client went from staying 6 months to 12 months. That's when I created this program, Double My Retention. Today, many years later, as I just said, they stay for 36 months. Anyway, when I created this program, Double My Retention, where I promised to show you everything that I've done to cause my members to stay twice as long, remember this, folks, the highest cost to any business is usually the cost of customer acquisition. So if I acquired a customer and they stay 6 months, if they ended up staying an extra 6 months, there's no cost to me. That's just 6 months of new revenue. So it's a very, very big thing. So anyway, as I started promoting this program, I gave a 12-month guarantee, which basically said, invest in this program, take 12 full months to implement the strategies that I'm going to teach you in your membership business. And if you do not double the investment you made, I'll give you your money back. So there's no risk. So you're going to invest in the program. I gave you 12 full months to implement the strategies, because it's not like you, tweak this, and you're not going to know tomorrow. So I did a 12-month, almost like a trial period, and I have had zero. That program sells for $197 at my website, getjimpalmer.com. I think it's still there. $197. Once I made it, download, boom, 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 boom. I've had zero people ask for a refund. A couple of years ago, I offered I think it was 3 springs ago, I came up with a 30-day dream business fast start coaching program. When I marketed this program, I again offered a full year guarantee. So, and take the training program, take 12 months to implement. I taught 4 things over 30 days. Every week we came in, I taught some good strategies. But instead of just saying, you're going to do good, I gave a 3 times ROI the investment. So basically what I said to everybody that came in the program, you come through the program, go through the trainings, you got 1 year to implement everything. If you don't experience a minimum 3 times ROI in your investment, you get your money back. You know how many I refunded? 0. And by the way, I sold out that program in 28 minutes. I made a limit that I was only going to have 15 people in the program, because it involved a lot of my personal time, not just group coaching. So I said 15 people. It sold out in 28 minutes. I never refunded one thing. All right. So I want to say this: if offering a huge guarantee scares you as an entrepreneur, consider this. It shouldn't. First of all, I believe with all my heart and soul that if somebody simply uses and implements in their business the stuff that I'm teaching them, the lessons, the strategies, the mindset, etc., they're going to see a significant spike in revenue. How could they not? It's worked for me. I've created multiple successful businesses. I now live this amazing lifestyle, coaching 3 days a week. I know what I teach works. So if I just help somebody implement it in their business, they're going to have crazy success. So I offer these crazy guarantees, right? Now, I'll tell you this. 3 times ROI, you go, well, that's a lot. Well, I sold that program for $497. It's a hell of a program for $497, which meant that if any of my customers who came through that program didn't make at least $1,500 in new revenue, I'd give them their money back. To me, it's like, I probably could have offered a 10 times ROI, but there's also a rule in marketing that says if you go too far, it becomes unbelievable. So you want to do something that's very believable. In fact, it's like, wow, that's really cool. But if you go too far, you've kind of crossed the line and it starts to become a little unbelievable. That's one of the things we'd have to work closely together on for me to help you do that. But just tuck that in the back of your head when you're coming up with your big guarantee. Now, if you're in a business that's similar to mine, you might be thinking, yeah, Jim, but what if a customer doesn't implement the training? Well, first of all, there is an inherent risk in that, but I believe it's a small one. if you've done your marketing right, listen, you are going to attract a certain class of people. I don't mean class, but a certain type of people that are going to follow you, learn from you, be inspired from you. Some of them will then want to be mentored by you. Um, and you can tell if there's somebody you never heard of, and they, first of all, how long have I been doing this? Well, I got into the info market business like 2007. So in all these years, I've only had one request, and I actually turned it down because this person invested. I think it was the Fast Start program, and after the day after the training, they asked for a refund where they couldn't possibly have invested anything. I said, show me what you've implemented, and I'll help you figure out why it didn't work. They didn't implement anything. As soon as I sent the email back, let's go through this, they just left. So once in a while, you're going to have some people, I won't say what I call them when the microphone's not on. You're going to have some people who will take advantage of you. You can't help that. I totally believe, this is only my own heart mind. I totally believe 90, 95%, maybe 98% of people are generally honest, and they're not out to cause havoc or steal or just pilfer or whatever. So there might be 2 to 5% that are like that. What I'm telling you is, if you reverse the risk, you're going to close so many more sales as a result of it. Now, what's going to happen? Let's say, just for easy math and my little discussion here, then let's say you go, instead of closing 2 sales a month, you start closing 10. That's another 8 sales. In 3 months, that's 8 times 3 is 24. Now you have 24 more sales because of your big guarantee. And in those 24, 3 people came in that were under that dishonest radar, and they asked for refunds. So you've sold 24, you've refunded 3, you're still ahead 21. Okay. So what I'm telling you is, you don't want to create programs and market your business to the dishonest people. You want to do it to the honest people. All right. When you remove the risk, if you have prospects on the fence about a buying decision, you are going to sell them more. Just make it a rock solid guarantee, just like LL Bean did. They're not afraid customers will take advantage of them, because it will happen. And you're just never going to be able to create programs and guarantees and things that are going to satisfy those 2%. Those 2% are going to be dishonest until they get caught, or, they'll get their comeuppance at some point, but that's certainly another topic. So anyway, remove the risk from your customers and take it on yourself. And I'm telling you, you're going to close more sales, because you're going to be removing the what if factor. Offer quality service, stellar performance, do what you say you're going to do, help your customers really succeed, do well, go faster, look better, whatever it is you do, and remove the risk. And they're going to be saying yes more often. Risk removal is 100% about closing more sales by removing the what if factor. So try to structure, again, your big risk reversal guarantee on what it is you do, what it is you promise, something that will help them. Give it a cool name. And that's that. Anyway, you could see I could go for another couple hours, but that's not what this Summer of Success series is all about. I'm wetting your whistle, giving you a lot of good stuff. Next week, I thought about this. I think we're going to have a little Hot August fun. Remember that great album, Neil Diamond, Hot August Night? We're going to have a Hot August day next Tuesday. I'm going to share with you the top 10 mistakes that keep entrepreneurs broke, or at least struggling for too long. So tune in next Tuesday at 3 p.m. for the top 10 mistakes entrepreneurs make that keep themselves broke, or at least struggling far too long. We'll see how many you might be making, and maybe we can help you fix those. All right. Hey, listen, folks, if I can help you with your branding, your marketing, mastering your mindset, if I can help push you to higher levels of success, reach out to me about becoming either a private coaching member or becoming a member of my Dream Business Mastermind. You can apply for that. It is by application only at dreambizcoaching.com. It's the best mastermind on the planet for growth-oriented entrepreneurs. If you want to spend an entire day with me and do a full day consult, just one-on-one with me here in the boat, or I guess we could do it virtually, and then 3 months in an intense coaching program, you go to howtosellfromthestage.com. How to sell from the stage.com. Good, Jim. Anyway, you can connect with me as always at getjimpalmer.com. And remember, get your free digital version of my 6 books at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or iBooks. If you like this message, give me a thumbs up. Make me a comment. Leave me a nice comment. I know an awful lot of people watch on the replay. Put hashtag replay. Say, good job, Jim. Hey, Jim, where's the big guarantee about delivering good content? I'm just messing with you. Boy, I'm getting a little punchy, and I got another hour and a half of calls to do. Anyway, until this time next week, another fantastic training. I am Captain Jim Palmer. I'm the Dream Business Coach. Hope you have an awesome day.